We're thrilled to have you with us from Denton, Texas, Apache Stadium. It's the Charlotte 49ers and the North Texas Mean Green. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will have the ball first. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. Threw for more than 400 yards and a couple of touchdowns in his last outing. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Middleton. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Harrell. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let it go. Snags it down the right side. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Off play action on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their 2nd sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
Finds the tight end. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the North Texas Mean Green sends out the offense, and they'll go on the attack for the first time. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
North Texas will have to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So the 49ers offense ready to set up shop. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Pressure coming, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull...
Turning it on! And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the 49ers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Caught in the backfield. It's Boston. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over it. The 49ers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Looking for room. It's White. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Reese. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Mean Green move the change with the passing game. Let's see what they do on first down. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if...
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, North Texas. A great catch and run for 6.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Makes the grab. It's McGee. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to pass, it's Harrell. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it way down the field. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. In the red area, it's Middleton. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second and goal coming up. Working that left side now. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's third and goal and third and long. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. He got it beat down in bounds.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Reese. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's open on the right. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit trying to tie it up late in the half. And this one is perfect. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
How big was that? Kicking the field goal to tie the game going into halftime, and you just sent a message to your opponent. There's a lot of ball left. We've got a lot of juice left in the tank. This game could go any way here in this last half.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 7 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Cyclones, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back over to your game in Denton. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at lovely Dat-Q Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Jackson will throw. Here's the pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. With the catch, it's Barnes. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Got his man in the middle. At the 35, he's got room. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The run inside. It's White. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. North Texas, after that big play through the air, back to work. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson gonna throw it. He makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. That'll move the chains. It'll be a first down for North Texas.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Running inside, it's White. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense...
Touchdown, Mean Green! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Middleton. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Harrell. Got the quick pass. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the 49ers will punt this one away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Slips through the line, coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. So the final period starts with a second down play. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. The Mean Green starting play in the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Perry goes breaking the pocket. Makes the catch. It's White. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
And the nice thing about late in the football game, when you have the lead, you kind of know the defense will get aggressive. You might get some man coverage. They get it to the receiver out wide. I love the run after the catch. He's got such playmaking ability. That's a big first down for this offense.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Picks up the first down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Gets the back moving. Jackson will throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback. And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to...
Touchdown, North Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Charlotte's offense comes out to go on the attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The 49ers are in the hurry-up.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Third and short now from their own 48. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the 49ers are marching down the field.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right?
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The 49ers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Harrell. He's going for the big play. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout called by the defense. 2:09 remaining on the clock.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up.
Finding some room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Timeout called on defense. 2:05 remaining on the clock, so they're hoping to save a few seconds once we get to the 2-minute mark. So just 1 second before the clock would have stopped anyway. The defense uses a timeout here, and of course it'll stop again on the next play for the 2-minute timeout. North Texas will have to punt it away. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal get.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's Harrell. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Guys, this is a really